Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. Today, we are going to talk about detox. Detox about some bots, I will say. And I have with me Caroline. Hello, Caroline. How are you today?
I'm good. Hello, Beverley. How are you? I'm very well, thank you.
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Welcome.
Yeah, so today exactly we're going to talk about detox because now is the time to be able to clean inside our body, to be able to remove the bots that we have. And I would like to ask you, why do we need to do the detox right now? Why is it important to do it now?
Well, there are several things, mainly because we have had a lot of nanotechnology that's been given to us as a species. It's come into our bodies through our foods that we eat, through the air pollution, shall we say, in the air that's come out of the skies, and that we're breathing that in all the time, and that can build up in our systems as well. And there are some other ways in which these kind of nasty chemicals called graphene oxide has entered our bodies. And what's happening with that is that it kind of, for want of a better word, collects in certain places in the body and brain. And because it can be electromagnetically charged, it can affect your emotional state. We call this being in the matrix or connected to the hydra. If you like, these nanobots are able to communicate with each other when they get activated, and because your brain is also stimulated electrically as an electromagnetic organ, it can also be affected emotionally, and these bots can have some form of control over the way that you think. We don't want that. That hinders the ascension process, and it can also keep you in the lower emotional states such as fear, anger, negativity, judgment, jealousy, pain, etc.
Depression?
So at this stage in the game,
Depression.
at this stage in the game, we need to get this out of our bodies so that we're ready for ascension. The way to do this is by taking ivermectin, which Beverley has some links I'm sure she can put under the video for you to the post that we posted on Telegram for that, which is helpful. But ivermectin is an alien plasmid gel. It has been put into this holographic matrix for us to take it in order that we can kill these nanotechnologies, or bots as we call them, out of our bodies. And what it does is just essentially dissolves them and gets rid of them, which is great. The ivermectin that we recommend is a gel. You can get one which is apple flavored, and it is sold as if it's a product for horses, but it sells on the package quite clearly for bots, kills bots. And this is the reason why. This is what it actually does. So when we're talking about detoxing for bots, this is very specifically related to ivermectin. You can also make homemade ivermectin as well, which will work. And there is ivermectin in tablet form, but the one we have specifically recommended is the alien plasmid gel because of the way it's been created for this specific purpose. So that really is the main form of essential detox we need to do right now for the ascension process. I still obviously recommend eating clean foods, whole, vegan, vegetarian, whole foods that are grown in sunlight, and because they have a lot of energy and light codes within them, which will keep you in an elevated state. But the reason for clearing out these bots and this graphene oxide is because it can control your emotions. And we really need to stay free from fear, in neutrality, in a joyous state if we're bringing any emotion to play whatsoever. At this point, it's a process that we call sitting, and it's when you detach from the matrix completely and you just participate to the minimum amount just to sustain your body until you go through the ascension process. So obviously that means you need to drink some water and you need to eat a bit of food and have a roof over your head, but you don't need to be emotionally participating in the matrix, not in fear or not massively in pursuit of pleasure either, such as the alcohol and the drugs, etc., etc. So it is the time to go within and meditate, stay neutral, and just to clear these lower energies out. And these bots that are keeping you in that state of mind, they need to be cleared out because you're being controlled by an external force when they're in you. So it's really, really crucial.
I have a question, Caroline. When about the ivermectin, how do they need to take it? Because I think it's one like an Advil, the size of an Advil once a day, right?
Yeah, you can get the tablet form, which would be one. I think it's once a day. I'm not sure on the tablet, so you'd have to go on the instructions in the packet. If you get the tube, which comes in a gel, it's a sort of pea-sized piece on the end of your finger, sort of pea-sized, and take one dob of that 3 times a day for 3 days, and then nothing for 2 weeks, and then repeat the procedure, because the bots will die, but any left will then replicate, and then you'll catch them on the next round of replication in 2 weeks. And after that, keep doing it every 2 weeks. It's just a top up. So you really don't need much ivermectin at all, but just enough to kill off the bots in your system, and then keep doing it regularly. Because while we're still in this matrix, which hopefully won't be for that much longer for the ascension process, while we are, you're still breathing them in, even if you're eating cleanly, and they can be in your water supply as well. So it's best just to keep topping yourself up. And you can buy ivermectin online. A lot of places who do horse products will sell it because it is essentially sold for horses. I would add at this point, there is a disclaimer on the information on the website. You do this at your own risk and your own choice. However, it is safe for humans to eat, so don't worry about that, even if you're buying one that's branded as for horses in terms of the alien plasmid gel.
There is there an are there reactions that people can maybe notice when they take the ivermectin?
If you've got a lot of bots in you, what you can find is that your skin feels like it gets tingly because it's become electromagnetically charged when these bots are activated. And bizarrely enough, things like silver hair shampoos and things, all of which have a magnetic energy spectrum, they can activate them, and you can literally feel them sort of tingling in your skin. Feels like your skin's been charged up and you get a charge through it. That's the bots. So when they come out, you may not be able to see them, they're microscopic, but you may certainly feel some tingling coming through the skin, and you may find you end up with a slight rash. Also, you might find, unfortunately, you might get a few spots from ivermectin, and you might get, your tongue might have a few sort of purpley sort of blobs on it. That's just because the bots come out through the skin. If you feel that you've got a lot of them and you're getting quite a bad reaction, you can try bathing in alfalfa pellets as well, which is sort of like organic hay pellets. They kind of can be used as guinea pig bedding or horse food, because they're very, very high in life energy, and the bots like life energy, so they'll come out of your skin and go into the bedding. But what I will say is, if you bath in that, you need quite a lot of it to cover the whole top of the bath, and it's quite messy to clean out afterwards. You do need some gloves to dispose of it so the bots don't go back into you after you've finished. So that's another way of cleaning them out. So you can expect a slight reaction, but it's not going to be anything, massively painful. A few spots maybe, and a bit of tingly skin.
Okay. And also, I think it helped to for the pineal gland, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will decalcify.
Yeah, decalcifying the pineal is something a bit different. You need different products to do that. Hydroxychloroquine will do that rather than ivermectin. And you can make that by boiling grapefruit skins and lemon peel skins together for a couple of hours and letting it cool. And that will make ivermectin. You can then drink as a sort of cold, bitter squash, if you like, which will help do that. There are many other ways to sort your pineal gland out. But what you will find is, once these bots are cleared and you're connected to source and your pineal gland is decalcified, that you will start getting energetic impulses from source, bursts of light and information. Light in the higher realms is quantified as quantum information. It comes to us as light packages, which our brain is able to then decode. But it can only do that when it is free of bots and your pineal gland is open. But they are slightly different things, although the end result that we're hoping for is that connection to source. And that's why we say go into no mind, because it's only once you've done this and gone into no mind, into a state of neutrality, that source can connect to you.
Yeah. So that, it is important actually to do it at this moment, because we are really close actually to ascend, right?
Yeah, for those people that are prepared and ready, that have been doing the healing work that we've talked about in previous videos, the meditation work, the sun gazing and things like that, they're aware that alien species exist, and they feel that they don't belong in this realm. They have an innate inner knowing that comes from their connection to source, that they're ready, and they will be in the first wave of ascension, and we're preparing those ascension teams now. So if you're feeling like you're ready after watching these videos, contact Beverley and she can put you in the right direction to actually come and join us in these ascension teams. But yes, we are close, and those of us that go in the first wave and go to Terra 2 will then have this wonderful new world to play in. But we do need to be prepared and ready, and all of these things, such as taking the ivermectin, detaching from the matrix, going through the stage we call sitting, which is minimal participation, and staying in neutrality, they're all part of the final preparation for ascension at this stage. If you've just come into this and you're thinking, hang on, what is ascension, what is the matrix, then you have some learning to do before you can get to that point in time. A lot of people who are in this first wave have been preparing for ascension, not just through us, but on their own, in their own journeys for many, many years, quite often 60, 70 years, a lifetime's worth they've known. And some people are very new, they've been here a few weeks, but they pick things up very quickly because they're connected to source and they have that innate sense of knowing, so they're able to get that information. So it doesn't really matter how long your journey's been, it's more about where you are at the moment and your detachment from the matrix. We are very close to the first wave of ascension, and we're talking weeks now, I think, not months or years. We're very, very close. So this is what I mean by sitting. Everyone now is in a holding pattern, just waiting for their turn to ascend. And while we're in this, we get to finesse and tweak our emotional state, remove the bots, stay calm and neutral, detach fully from the matrix, and just be prepared for ascension when it comes. And remember, you might feel like you're doing this on your own, but you have the Galactic Federation of Worlds looking after you, you have the military looking after you, you have benevolent beings of light looking after you, you have angelics, you have adepts, you have masters of ancient times, you have celestial beings, you have Jesus Christ, you have hundreds and thousands of benevolent beings all over the universe that are helping with this ascension process. We are not alone, and we are not doing this alone, and we are beyond grateful and thankful to them all for helping us.
Yeah, we are not alone. There is we are surrounded by love, by so many guides, I will say, angels. So yeah, and so we have to stay away also from the fear, stay grounded. That's really important. Yes. And be surprised and just, you know, just how can I say that? Just let it go, like, you know, just leave and
surrender.
Yeah, surrender. Yeah, be in peace, and things will happen anyway.
Yes, they will. I think this is what we're finding at the moment. For those people who are not quite detached from the matrix, they go into a sort of panic mode or overwhelm, and they're like, oh, what am I going to do about this? Oh, do I pack a bag? Oh, what am I going to do about my mom or my dad or my job or my shop or, you know, whatever it is? And the answer is surrender, let it go and detach emotionally. It's just a hologram, it's not real, it's just testing you to see if you're ready for ascension at this time. So just let all that go, just sit and be in love. And when I say in love, don't find someone to fall in love with, I mean be in a neutral state with a loving, open heart, and well, you know what I mean, just to clarify this in case anyone's in 3D still. But we need to just be loving and neutral beings. Let all your fear go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all about the love in your heart, and that is what will carry you forward. So be loving, but don't panic, and just inner stand, even if you can't understand with your mind, understand with your heart that everything's going to be seamless. It's going to be fine. Everyone is going to be looked after. We're not going through this process to hurt or harm another living soul. We wouldn't do that. It's just not the case. Everyone is going to be looked after and loved and carefully brought through this ascension process, reunited with their families and friends on the other side in a much better realm than the one that we have been accustomed to. And it will be a surprise. The actual process will be a joyous event, and on the other side there will be even more joy, and we will probably all be crying in joy for weeks and weeks, and it's going to be amazing. So just hold on to those thoughts and have faith in this process. We love you, and we're here, and we can do this, and it's going to be fun.
Definitely, I agree with you. I know some people might ask people around the world, because you and I, we know, because we've been working, you know, for a few years. But those who just get in, what we are saying about what's going to happen, the joy and everything, they are looking around them and see people who are really have no clue what's going on. They must ask, how are they going to join us, actually? You know, how is going to happen, when, and
these are questions that are all answered in the school channel that we have on Telegram, and Beverley again can post a link under the video for you. But that channel has hundreds and hundreds of videos and hundreds of pieces of music in 432 frequency, and those videos take you on a journey and they help deprogram you from the matrix. It's the understanding of the fact we live in a hologram, and a lot of what you see around you, the people, the places, they're not real. It's just a hologram, if you like, a computer program that your consciousness was trapped into, and it's not what's really there. It's like wearing a VCR headset. You know it's a headset, and what you see is not real, but you can't take it off. That's exactly what's happening to you at the moment. So when you look around you and you see other people aren't waking up and they're just going about your day, you'll know that you're ready or preparing for ascension when you feel detached and you don't feel really truly in your heart part of that world. And that's what's happening to millions of people all over the world at the moment as they're waking up and going through the ascension process. And this realm is coming to an end. Everyone has to go somewhere. All of the ones that are not living souls, the matrix will just be switched off and it will end. All of those that are living souls that are in body here, when they're ready, they will be transferred over into the new earth, which we call Terra. The earth's true name is Terra. It will be Terra 2, we call it at the moment, but it is Terra. And we will become Terrans of that new planet, and that's what will happen to humanity. A lot of those who've already passed on, they have ascended and are waiting to be reunited with us in the new Terra. So that is nice to know. And for some, they have chosen to pass on so they can be reborn into babies in new Terra and start new lives in new avatars. So that may also happen, but you may recognize the conscious being from a previous incarnation when you get there. So that's all part of the surprise, finding your family and working out who's who. It's going to be quite exciting. Also pets will ascend and have mainly already ascended, so they're waiting for you on the other side. And also all of those with things that we might consider to be kind of things that need care or special attention here, such as autism or perhaps other roles where you're carers for your family members and your loved ones, they will also ascend. Do not worry about that. Anyone who is needed to be cared for or who has perhaps mental health issues or something, they will all be looked after and ascend. So again, not to worry about that. And of course, in New Terra 2, everyone will get a perfectly functioning body. There will be no illness, no cancers, nothing that we're used to here as accepting as normality. It's all healed in Terra. And what I want to get across to you is that it's all done. This whole new realm and planet is already created. It's already in existence. The only reason we're not in it is because your consciousness is not sufficiently raised enough to go through the ascension process. So if you want to go through the ascension process and get out of this, in effect, prison and go to a better realm to participate in a whole new way with a much truer vision of the universe, then you need to go through and do the preparations, take the ivermectin, start meditating and learning and expanding your consciousness to prepare yourself for ascension. And that's everybody the world over who wants to ascend needs to go through this process. Those of us that go first. Sorry?
Be open.
Yes, absolutely. But those of us that ascend first, we won't leave anyone behind. We will come back into the matrix and we will help all living souls ascend. So if you're not ready now, I also don't want anyone to worry that they're going to be left behind and just stuck here while everyone else seems to have disappeared. That's not the case. We will come back and we will help, and we will make sure that every single last living soul has ascended before this matrix is fully shut down. There will be nobody left behind. Everyone will go to the right place for them in accordance with God's divine purpose.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, actually. Really enjoyable, and yeah, it's going to be great.
It's never done before in body. Nobody ever in the universe has ascended before in body, so it's going to be fun to experience this. That's why people are so excited.
Yeah,
and yeah, for us, you know, humanity is on its last legs here, so it needs a sort of help, and we're getting help. We're very, very blessed to have the help that we have been having, and the fact that we get to experience this together collectively as beings, it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So there is no need for any fear. Ascension is it's time is now, and we're very, very close.
Yeah,
very blessed.
And everywhere, actually, the Galactic Federation, all the spiritual channel are saying, actually, the time is now, get ready, is now, you know, just stay still, meditate, grounded, and just accept what will come, actually. So
yeah, that is simply it. It will be what it will be, but it is now, and now it's in days, weeks, not now as in months, years. We're very, very close. And as long as you're living your life and your heart is open and you're in Christ consciousness, that higher vibration of love, and you're out of fear and judgment, you will be absolutely fine. You have nothing to fear. It's just a time of joy. I cannot overemphasize that enough. But as we've also said, get some ivermectin, do some meditations, go into a forest. It's called for rest for a reason. Go hug a tree, go and be in nature, go and be happy, wander around and send love to everyone that you see, and just genuinely stay happy. You'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, do some sun gazing.
Yes, yeah,
when you can.
Yes, actually out here today, so I might go and do that after this video, which would be great. But yeah, you have to realize we're loving beings as well. We are all so loved. We have so much love in our hearts for each other, and Terra 2 is going to be a beautiful place of love and harmony, and everything that has been bad in this realm is ending. We are not taking any fallen energy over, any negativity, anything that we've seen in this realm that we know happens with children and everything else. It ceases to be when we ascend, and that's the most important thing to know. We've all had too much of it. It's time for it to end.
Yeah, I agree. It's time for us to be in love and in harmony.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and humanity has that potential. That potential is within us. We're going back to a planet of light where humanity should have been all along. And that means we have to become light beings and step up accordingly in order to be able to do that. We can't take the fear and the negativity with us. We have to let it go. And this is what Beverley means by surrendering. Just let it be and be ready.
Yeah. Thank you, Caroline. Anything else that you would like to add? I think we say everything.
No, I think that's it. Obviously, do check out the links Beverley puts in for the school and for the Ascension instructions. If you can link to those as well under the video, that would be great. And hopefully you will all decide to ascend and join us, and we will all meet together on Terra 2 once we've gone through this ascension process. And it's just going to be amazing. And I love you all. I honor you all. It's a privilege to talk to you all, and thank you for letting me talk on your platform, Beverley. I appreciate that. Truly.
Oh, you're welcome. I can't wait the time I will give you a hug.
Big hug. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for following us.
Yes, it would be wonderful.
Yeah, it will be wonderful. Thank you, everyone, and don't hesitate to share this information. It's really I would say important and joyful. So share with the people that you know around you. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Caroline.